It's just pieces of hardwood. Very interesting. Okay. Okay, here we are at the front door, which has screws and nails in it. I've already taken out a couple of nails and one long screw. The rest of it, I think, is just nails. So I'm gonna try to pull that off. There are two pieces of wood on here. There's a 1/2-inch piece of plywood on the other side that's been put in. Right over here I have my hinges. What I'm hoping that I can do is take down this 1/4 inch that's on the outside, keep that 1/2 inch mostly intact, and then use it as a temporary door. I can rig up and put a lock on it so that it's easier to access the kitchen without having to go around the back. Let's go ahead and get started on tearing this down. I forgot to grab my gloves. Yeah, I'm gonna go grab my gloves right quick because I definitely need them. Okay, now I've got my gloves and I also grabbed my crowbar. This will help me out a little bit. Okay, that was relatively painless. This is the 1/2 inch I was telling you about. It seems to be in there pretty good and it's nailed from the other side. I want to see if it's possible for me to just knock it out from this side. I don't know if you can see it from there, but there's some serious rot up here. The good thing is I haven't seen any live termites, but there has been a lot of damage. This part over here on the inside, there's no rot, there's no termite damage, but over here is a different story. It's pretty severe. Half of it is solid and the other half is just rotten. It looks like this whole corner post will have to be replaced. This side of the house has experienced a lot of damage, both from the water and from the termites. Just from here all the way down to the back corner, there's a lot of wood that needs to be replaced. Can you see the bamboo strips that are used right here? This is going to have to be torn out and replaced. Okay, part one. Now let's do part two, the inner plywood. Alright, it looks like I'm going to have to go inside into the kitchen and take a look at how this plywood is attached. Nails or screws. I have my drill right over here behind the camera. I'll take that in there. I don't know if you can tell, like I said, there's a lot of rot, termite damage on this corner and above the door here. So this right here and this corner right here, very damaged, very crunchy. So it's all going to have to come out and be replaced. That's going to be quite a task, but very important to have done. The good thing is that there is a combination of rock and concrete down here on the base. So there is something solid to set the new wood on. So that's good. After I assess the door on the inside, I'll see if I'm able to successfully pull it off. If I can, then I'm going to reattach it as a door here. After that, I'm going to get back to doing some cleaning right through there. So let's get to it. Okie dokie, I was able to get a little bit of light here in the kitchen. This light still works, and this light overhead still works. There's the door right over there. I'm going to try to set the camera up and take a look at this. The floor in here in the kitchen, this is similar to the floor that's in the guest house kura, and that's the floor that I stepped through, fell down the very first time I came to look at the house. It's what I call a potato chip floor. You can imagine what that means. Many of these floors, they used 1/2-inch plywood, maybe some 1/4-inch on top of that. So whenever I step around, I have to feel for the floor joists and all of that. I have to feel where those are so I know where I can step. So much junk. Oh, there's some nice bowls in here. It's a shame that some of them appear to be broken. Some of these bottles, some old shoes. Wow, that is a really old cutting board. That's probably not a good angle for you guys. Now I can see the original crunchy floor here. But just upon examining the door, it looks like they just nailed it with these really long nails, which sucks because these nails are really long. I mean, just... they're really difficult to pull out. Appear to be several. 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 5. Put that there. Now we have a little bit of space to work with. Maybe this is where the gold is. These are some really nice old panels. It's out of the picture. It's right up here behind me. But these are sliding doors, sliding wooden doors that go to these upper cabinets. Very, very nice. But you can see where the wood is sagging. I'm sure I can rebuild this though. Wow. Some really old bottles up here. And old sake bottles. Well, back to the door. Oh man, it's really tearing up the plywood. I was hoping it wouldn't do that, but of course it's old, so... Well, that's not too bad. Corner is loose, so we can move on to the next one. Oh. Yeah, I don't want to break the plywood. Okay, there we go. There's the third top nail, but it's a little tricky to get to. Maybe I can get these off first. We'll see. Okay. Ooh, those nails. Man, they had no intention of ever opening that up again. It's a good thing that I came along. Okay, another nail down here. That's a nice crunchy sound. Okay, so I got all the nails on the right side and almost all the nails on the top. There's one more, and then I think I can get it down. Oops. There's a nice spider right there. He's looking for someplace to go. As long as it's not on me, that's fine. Go away. Wow. This whole top plate, when I try to pull this door, it's so rotten up here at the top, the whole thing is moving. So it's really hard to get it to detach. Whoa. So the bottom appears to be falling out of this cabinet up here, and there's stuff in there that I don't want to break. So I'm going to take that out right quick. This looks like something that would be hung over the irori. There are two more of these sliding doors. I'm going to go ahead and take all four of them down. Some really nice sake bottles. This one is chipped, but it looks really cool. It's got cranes on it. And here's the last of the four doors. My glass is too foggy. Can't use them for much right now. Well, it's very interesting how they made the bottom of this cabinet. It's just pieces of hardwood. Very interesting. Okay. Wow. And that's why I took this stuff down before I tried to move the door again, because I knew it was just going to come down, and sure enough it did. All of the breakable stuff is safe though, because I have it right here. Luckily, the only thing that hit the floor was wood or garbage. Yeah, you see this piece of hardwood? This is what they used for the shelf. It was just a frame with these, just a wooden frame with these sitting in the bottom. These were beginning to fall out, and they were just resting on top of this plywood. So when I try to move the plywood, the whole thing just fell. I didn't mean for that to happen, but well, it'll be easier to get this out now. The good thing is the piece that's up higher, it seems to be in better, stronger condition, so that's good. Wow. Okay. Well, there we go. There it is. Opened it up. Oh, that breeze coming in sure feels nice. Now we're going to go back outside and see if we can't reattach this as a door. And put a little lock on it. Let's give it a try. Okay, so I've got 4 screws into each hinge. I'm about to add a few more. I know that these hinges are on the outside of the door and they could just be unscrewed, but considering the location, I'm not really worried about anybody going to that much trouble to take them off. They could have just taken a hammer to get in before, but now they would need a power drill to get the screws off, so I can't see them going to that much trouble. And here you can see a good up close shot of this damage here. And of course, this up here is these are the bamboo strips and the traditional mud wall style that is typical of these old Japanese houses. And as I mentioned before, if you look over here on the left side, this wood all the way down on the left side and all the way up, there's no termite damage, no rot up there. But as it starts to come over here, there is damage. You see that? You can see it's starting right there, and as it gets over here, it just gets worse and worse and worse and worse, and so it's pretty bad. It goes up to about right here. This damage goes up to about right here. Of course, there's the top post corner, so from here down at least, it's going to have to be replaced. This whole corner piece, luckily only half of it, you see that? Just half of it has been destroyed up to here. Yeah, this part over here is hard, solid. This part over here is crunchy. All the way down until it gets to the bottom, where it's starting to come apart on both sides. And of course, this top plate here across the top of the door, that's gonna have to be replaced along with the wall. Yeah, there's a lot to do, but let me back up so you can get a good overall view of it. Yeah, it's not pretty, but it's looking better than the old messed up door that was on it before. Plus, once I get one piece put up right here, I can lock it, and then I can go in and out instead of always having to go through the gate over here. I'm going to put the rest of the screws in the hinges right quick, and then go look for a piece of wood that I can put here. This is my new Black & Decker drill that I got from Costco several weeks ago. They had them on sale by like 30 bucks off or something. It's a multi-tool, so it has the drill, a cutoff saw, and a circular saw all together in one package with 2 batteries and a charger. It's not an advertisement, it's just what I like to use. I can use my cutoff saw to cut it to fit, and then I can use my drill to screw it up, and then I'll put the lock on, good to go. Got the screws in for the hinges, and in the Kura I found this nice good old dry piece of hardwood. I am going to set it up right like that, and then the plywood will just close onto this and latch onto it. So I'll go ahead and do that right quick. Alrighty, it seems that the screws I picked up have got to be the worst screws I've ever bought. As soon as I start to tighten them, they just strip out. So it's a good thing I was just using these in this old wood that's going to come out anyway. It didn't even catch up here because of the rotten wood. These in the corner here are holding pretty well. I had to put this on the inside, just a hook latch on the inside. It appears that I do not have the extra lock for the outside that I thought I did. So this time I'm just going to have to settle for latching it on the inside and then going out the back. But next time I come out to the house, I'll just bring a lock from the hardware store so I can put it on the outside. Then I'll have access from right here without having to go around to the back. For now, that's the way it is. It's a temporary fix. It's a slight upgrade than from what was here before. Now I can access the kitchen to start taking this garbage out, and it's going right in there. So much easier to go from here to there than to go around through the back and then out and then around. So yay, small accomplishment.